I watch Everybody Loves Raymond the way some people watch church live streams, faithfully, almost daily, and with snacks. But after years of rewatching, I have some questions. There's inconsistencies, mysteries, things that keep me up at night, like why does Debra, a grown woman, never own a big spoon? This video is called What I Hate About Everybody Loves Raymond, but don't be fooled. I adore this show. It's one of my guilty pleasures. But I have some notes. Let's start with the most important storyline of all, the case of the missing big spoon. Every few episodes, Debra needs a big spoon. And where does she go? To Marie's house, across the street. Why? Does Debra's kitchen have a personal vendetta against utensils? If I had a mother-in-law like Marie Barone, who made me feel awful most of the time, I would not go across the street to borrow anything from her. Now, I know Debra wants to be close to the Barones. She wants to be a part of the family, but this is too much. I cannot begin to tell you just how much this spoon thing bothers me. Am I by myself? Like, who's borrowing spoons? I don't ever remember needing to borrow a spoon. Like a wooden spoon or anything. I can see if somebody had a food processor or something like that you don't have the money to get or anything like that. But they have way too much money to not have every kitchen utensil that Debra needs. Why does Marie, the queen of passive-aggressive cooking, have the only working big spoon in Long Island? Is she buying out all the spoons so Debra can never win? Is she buying all the spoons out so that Debra can, stay frustrated for the rest of her life? Marie is either running an underground spoon cartel or Debra truly owns nothing. Next inconsistency. Debra's relationship with cooking. In one episode, she literally says, I don't care about cooking. It's the one thing I'm sensitive about. My mom cares about cooking. Okay, that makes sense. But then, plot twist. Debra's mom shows up in another episode and says, you're the cook in the family. Excuse me, was there a meeting? A conference that we missed? Did they pass the baton from one person to the next person? Nobody on this show seems to remember the important stuff. Either Debra can cook or she can't cook. Everybody hates Debra's cooking, except for all the times they don't. Ray acts like Debra's meals are a war crime, but when lemon chicken is involved, suddenly the entire Barone family, with the exception of Ray, is obsessed. Robert comes over unannounced talking about he could eat something. Frank comes over uninvited. Even Robert's date, the woman who ate the fly, said Debra's lemon chicken was good. Debra's friends enjoy her lemon chicken. And let's not forget there were at least 2 Thanksgivings that Debra cooked from scratch where Frank liked her fish, and another one where Frank said, good bird, Debra, I didn't know you had it in you. And let's not forget that Ray loved Debra's lemon chicken on their first date. He said he could eat that lemon chicken for the rest of his life. Either Debra can cook, or the Barones will eat anything free, or lemon chicken is Debra's one-hit wonder. But wait a minute. That last part can't be true because her beef brajol was better than Marie's. Canon says Ray is 4 years younger than Robert. Great. Cool. We accept that. Except the flashbacks do not support this math. Robert accuses Ray of stealing his galoshes when they were kids, even though a 4-year age gap means Robert would have been in 5th grade and Ray would have been barely tying his shoes. Let's not forget Robert has always been a big, tall boy. Marie also claims Robert once wore Ray's underpants to school. I'm sorry, a 5th grader wearing a 1st grader's underwear? Make it make sense. Either Robert repeated 3 grades or the writers were like, no one will notice. Well, guess what? We noticed. In the Walk to the Door episode, where the whole family travels to a wedding, Ray and the family talk about the girl he took to the prom, and they mention their old neighborhood. Sweet, nostalgic walk down memory lane, except I thought the house across from Ray and Debra is where the Barones always lived. If I'm not mistaken, all 9 seasons insist this. Did the Barones move across the street from themselves? Did the neighborhood relocate? Are the Barones that powerful? Next up, Marie Barone, Olympic gold medalist in double standards. She has a few, but let's just cover one today. There's an episode where she accuses Debra of always just putting the kids in front of the TV all day. She's very judgmental, classic Marie. But when the kids walk into Marie's house in a particular episode, what are the first words to come out of her mouth? Go watch your video. I also think there are a few episodes where Marie is over at Ray and Debra's house babysitting the kids, and guess what? She's letting them watch TV. She's allowing the TV to entertain the kids, the very thing she accuses Debra of doing. Ma'am, please pick a struggle. One episode in season 7, Ray and Debra are about to go to the movies. Robert comes over, wants to hang out. He ends up sharing with them that money is tight. There are some cutbacks at work. He canceled his cable TV, asked if he can just watch their TV. So Debra has the idea to give him a $1,000 loan. She pulls out her checkbook. Ray is bothered that Debra gives Robert a $1,000 loan. Then she converts it to a gift because Robert doesn't know when he can pay it back, if he'll ever be able to pay it back. Ray is so angry he nearly disowns Robert after he says he's going to Las Vegas with the money. Sir, in season 2, episode 16, did you forget that you borrowed more than that from Robert when you bounced some checks and the electric company cut off your power? I think it was like $3,000. Robert saved you, rescued you, helped you when you needed. So why is Ray acting brand new? I think he's got financial amnesia, convenient financial amnesia. If borrowing money is a crime, then we should sentence Ray to 20 to life. Now let's talk about some behind the scenes Raymond facts you may not know. Fact 1. The first set of twins on the show were played by triplets. Fact 2. Marie's kitchen set changed early in the series. Props, colors, layouts, subtle stuff, but it happened. Fact 3. Patricia Heaton, who plays Debra, is actually a really good cook in real life. So all those "your food is terrible" jokes, pure fiction. Fact 4. Brad Garrett improvised many of Robert's funniest moments. I can believe that. Robert is definitely one of my favorite characters. He is beyond funny. Fact 5. Some episodes were based on Ray Romano's real family stories. So that's my comedic breakdown of Everybody Loves Raymond. I love this show, but the inconsistencies, and I've watched it long enough to see plenty. Some more running through my head right now. Let me know what you think is the biggest Everybody Loves Raymond mystery. And if you want a part 2, let me know, because I have plenty of notes. Until next time, be sweet, be grateful, and stay optimistic.